This presentation will give a basic introduction into chords. Chords are a function of harmony. So far what we've discussed in class as far as harmony were intervals, and we know that that is the space between two pitches. When we talk about a chord, we're talking about the space between three or more unique pitches, or three separate pitches, and the intervals that are in between them. And the first type that we're going to look at are called triads, and those are chords that consist of three unique pitches. So interval is two pitches, triad would be three unique pitches. To get into chords, we need to start with a little bit of music development. Back in the Middle Ages, they started just with what sounded pleasing to their ear, or even before then. It was just kind of basically what was pleasing to listen to. Once they started developing a notation system that got quite sophisticated, we were able to start analyzing the harmonies that people were creating. And this led to a discovery of something very interesting. The most pleasing sounds and the most common sounds that were used involved stacking notes in a consistent interval pattern, and those consistent intervals are thirds. This is where we get the title tertian harmony, which is based on some Latin and Middle English uses of that type of word concerning thirds. So it's very easy to recognize a basic block chord. They're either going to be all adjacent lines or spaces, because it's going to be every third note involving three pitches. So here are two examples. We've got on the left side F, A, and C, all on the spaces, three notes stacked up like that. And then on the right side we've got G, B, and D. So those two are basic chords, basic triads. The bottom pitch to the middle pitch is a third. The middle pitch to the top pitch is also a third. So they're stacked thirds. From the bottom pitch to the top pitch, well, it's 2/3. That does not equal 6 though, it equals a fifth, right? And most instances that's going to be a perfect fifth, but we'll get into that in a future presentation. Very simple to build a chord. You're going to start with the major scale, just like we did with intervals. We're going to start with one pitch, which will be the bottom pitch, same way we did with intervals. And in a chord, triad, or something else, that's called the root note, the root of the chord. So that'll start with do. Here we have an example that's B flat major, so our pitch there is a B flat. That would be the root note. We're going to add a third above the root to mi. So here we've got B flat and D. And then we're going to add one more pitch, because this is only an interval, we want a triad. So we're going to add a third above mi, which will take us to so. And there we have B flat, D, and F. It's a B flat chord. It's actually a major chord. Do, mi, sol, 1, 3, 5, or we call that the root, the third, and the fifth. Notice how important it is that we have those note numbers used in our scale, because we have root, third, and fifth, and when we go on to seventh chords, we're going to have the root third, fifth, and the seventh. Okay? Because it's based on the root of a major scale, we've created a major triad. And if we analyze the intervals, we've got do up to a mi, which is a major third, and then do up to so, which is a perfect fifth.